Alright, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I am Andini Rahmawati. On behalf of my team, Ahmad Arif, Cecep Soleh Kurniawan, and Akmal Arif, we are from Universitas Darussalam Gontor in collaboration with Unisa Brunei Darussalam. We would like to present about our paper on this on this international conference, Bank International Conference on Law and Society 2024. And our topic today is about customary practice of laku pengantin in Sasak Muslim community and analysis of Saddariyah. All right. Coming to our topic, basically the background of our study is we do this research. They are in Indonesia, as we know, we have so many ethnics. So totally 2022, we have the data that we have more than 300 ethnics, and it divided into like more specifically into 1,340 ethnic groups that we call it suku bangsa. Based on this ethnic group, it has given birth to local wisdom. We call it adat istiadat. So because we have so many ethnic, then we have so many also local wisdom we call adat istiadat. And Indonesia, as we know that we are most population in the world, one of the most population in the world. We are a Muslim in Islam. Then here we want to talk about how this adat istiadat or this custom in Islam. Islam also has classified custom into two categories: those that contain good values, al-adha sohiyah, and those contain the damage or al-adha al-fasidah. Specifically about the Sasak Muslim community in Medana Village, Tanjung Subdistrict North Lombok Regency. This is one of the province in Indonesia. They have a custom. We call it custom before marriage. We call if globally we call it like engagement. They have this known as laku pengantin, asking for the prospective marriage. Over the time, the implementation of this laku pengantin was often misinterpreted by the local population. Basically, actually, this what laku pengantin, they follow the rules of Islam, but over the time, some of the people they misinterpreted. There we have the objective and novelty of this research. The objective is to find out the Saddariyah review of the practice of laku pengantin in North Lombok Regency in Indonesia, and the novelty. Basically, a lot of the research only limited to the practice of merarit. So this is some of the research that has been done before. Here, the analysis is actually the practice of laku pengantin tradition commenced with amicable gathering between the grooms and family and the brides and the family. Once the consensus is reached between the two families, they determine a suitable time for the ceremonial enactment of the laku pengantin. And in Lombok, specifically in this Medana, they have the term we call it melako, and the second is memaling. So here we want to discuss about this. Actually, when they start the contract, or we call it like the engagement, the village or customary head summon the prospective bride to ascertain her willingness to accept the proposal and the groom's commitment. So there are three pairs. The first is we call it like asking for the prospective bride. So the second, the bride to be has given her acknowledgement and agreement. So after that, the second phase, we call it like selabar and sorang or serah. In this phase, like the groom to be, they have he has to discuss something. We call it like pesuka and krama. Pesuka refers to a monetary gift provided by prospective husband and to the woman's parents, and krama refer to the monetary contribution to the little village. So after that, the things that be controversial here is about how is the third step, the bride to be actually bring brought by the grooms to be to the house before they get married. So this is the controversial thing happens because in that time they has not been married yet, but the bride bring to the brought by the grooms to be to their house. So typically the period of 3 days actually that granted for negotiation in accordance with their custom until both parties reach a mutual agreement. Why they have to bring the brace? Because like they said they want to deal with something, so they need to like finish many things. But this is the analysis and the study revealed the present two categories custom they are deemed damage in Islam, invalid in Islam. They call it like first transporting a woman from her residence to groom's residence without legally binding marriage agreement. The second is the groom must fulfill the usual ritual prior to the marriage contract, including pesuka, adat, krama, and gawaza. So another analysis is the proposed woman is present in the groom's house without contract and precious time. The community lacks strength in upholding the honor and dignity of the woman being considered for the marriage. This could result in infidelity for the both and groom and bride. The potential groom and bride are in breach of Sharia regulation. They are, we call it like Al-Qadi Abdul Wahab Ibn Rasad Al-Jad talking about Ad-Dariyah. There are many requirements. One of that is Ad-Dariyah must result in harm forbidden by Sharia, regardless of whether it is caused intentionally or intentionally by the person responsible. Here we can say that applying the customary khutbah, or we call it lakok pengantin in this situation, involve relocating a woman from her house to her future husband. This is considered like something that is forbidden. The harm does it does must be greater than the advantage it brings. So it's also like mentioning about that. Asati also categorize action that inevitably result in harm, action that rarely cause harm, action that frequently cause harm, action that have potential to cause harm but are not frequent or infrequent. So, in short, we could say that the customary practice of lakok pengantin in Sasak marriage in Madana village is a traditional Sasak marriage founded on mutual consent, but parties willingly entering into the fact. According to Imam Ash-Shatibi, the application of lakok pengantin falls under measures that may appear acceptable, but ultimately result in harm. Before, nevertheless, for the community to uphold this tradition, they can still uphold this tradition, but they must address two issues. They have to let the restriction of this custom, as per the idea of Saddariyah, under the proposed situation, the engaged woman would be required to stay at her guardian residence until the future husband can marry her in an unambiguous and hurtful manner. So I think this from us. We hope we have a future further discussion about this. And some knowledge is to LPPM Universitas Islam Gontor, head of Sasak Muslim Community North Lombok, and all the parties contributed in this research. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.